Listen, guys, I can't even read this title. Okay, you're gonna see it once I get into it, and as a matter of fact, yeah, you're gonna see it when I get into it. But the title for the video that you just clicked is, in fact, not going to be the same title. We can't do that right here. No. That's too much. That'll get instantly flagged. So we're gonna go ahead and actually jump into this immediately. But apparently, a witness saw a whole lot of crazy debauchery on tapes with some celebrities that so happen to be, below the age, let's say, of normalcy. Okay, let's just go ahead and say that. We'll say it like that. But all right, let's go and check it out. It's a suggestion via Discord. Guys, what?
Because my next guest just testified before a federal grand jury. He says he was in possession of a trove of digital evidence from Diddy's freak-offs and parties.
Okay.
His name is Courtney Burgess, and he says a friend gave him 11 flash drives that belonged to the late Kim Porter. And if you follow this story, you'll know that Kim Porter is Diddy's ex-girlfriend and the mother of 4 of his kids.
Right.
On those drives, the witness says 8 videos featured 8 celebrities at Diddy freak-offs or parties, and that 6 were males, 2 were females.
Okay.
The drive also included a manuscript of an alleged Kim Porter memoir, a memoir that her 4 kids insist is fake. Courtney Burgess told his story on a podcast before he told the grand jury today.
That means that the kids chose Diddy.
Courtney Burgess told his story on a podcast before he told the grand jury today. And after he told the grand jury, and I mean immediately after, he booked it over to my set, and he and his attorney talked to me. I should tell you that he was very limited in how much detail he could go into about his testimony. And because the 8 people in the videos, the 8 celebrities in the videos were allegedly victims of crimes, we know who they are, but we will not be naming them, famous or not.
Okay.
Here now is my conversation with Courtney Burgess and Ariel Mitchell, who's his attorney, beginning with the question of whether the participants in the video even knew they were being recorded. Were there any cameras in places where you'd assume privacy, like bathrooms?
Well, I've never been in this house, but the picture, yes. That's where it took place, yes.
You're aware of surreptitious cameras that were recording in private places like bathrooms?
I didn't see the cameras. You could tell how the person was angled.
Okay.
I knew that it was a camera there because I was there. I wasn't there. I don't know if the person was too tall, he was holding it or whatever, but I wasn't there.
Okay.
May I ask you this, Courtney? And Ariel, you can jump in on this as well, but I want to hear from Courtney first. Your home was raided by federal authorities, and I assume it is because of this material. Is that true?
I wouldn't say that. They just went to every one of them looking for me. They said, the paperwork said the 24th, that I had to be there the 28th, and then it was...
He didn't answer the question.
The 27th. I told him I can't make it there. That's tomorrow.
I wonder who's in his ear. I almost feel like he's just regurgitating something that is being said to him in his ear, guys, because he's legitimately not answering the question.
And then it was the 27th. I told him I can't make it there. That's tomorrow. So I don't know. From the look of it, it was 4 days.
And I want to be specific. When we talk about a raid, we're talking about when a subpoena is served for documents, a search warrant or an arrest warrant. In this situation, Mr. Burgess was not in any way, shape, or form had a search warrant or an arrest warrant issued for him. It was just them serving a subpoena. So when the federal government needs to serve a subpoena, they use the Marshal Service to come to all of your residences if you have more than one residence. So in this situation, they sent marshals to all of Mr. Burgess's residences, and that was somehow construed or understood or turned into a raid, but he did not face a raid. It was just to serve him the subpoena.
Ariel, do you believe that the subpoenas were issued and executed based on the federal authorities' knowledge that these flash drives existed and had this kind of compromising material?
I think it was based on statements that Mr. Burgess made in a prior interview.
And those...
Bro, did it exist or did it not exist? And if that's the case, if there are some individuals on there that are under the age, then that means that you are in possession. You may not be, handing it out to the people or sharing it, but you are in fact in possession of like illicit material. Let's say that. Okay, that sounds like a charge, bro.
Statements include descriptions
like a
of
secondary.
what the witness says he saw on those tapes. So I asked him about that, and he answered what he could, given the limitations imposed on him after testifying before the grand jury.
Okay.
Out of those 8 videos, 8 celebrities, 6 men and 2 women, how many of those 8 celebrities were close to being underage or potentially underage?
2 males.
2 males.
2 males. And of those 8 celebrities,
I don't want to guess.
how many of them were intoxicated or under the influence of drugs?
This is going to be all speculation. I just want to preface it by he wouldn't know if
Appeared
they
to be.
were. Right.
Sure.
Appeared to
Let
be.
me rephrase it.
Based on, yes.
Understand. Out of the 8 celebrities who were recorded having intimate relations with Sean Combs, how many of them appeared to be either inebriated or intoxicated or under the influence of drugs?
All of them. All of them.
Out of those 8, how many appeared to be potentially victimized? How many might have been victimizing?
I think all, to be honest, all.
Were victims
They
or
victims.
were perpetrating?
Victims.
They were all 8 were victimized.
Yeah.
Meaning this was happening to them and they were inebriated.
Right.
Right.
Not knowing, I guess, how much proof it was in it, what they was doing.
Okay.
And of those 8, how many seemed to be potentially minors?
He said 2.
2 to 3.
2 to 3.
3.
3.
2 to 3.
Listen,
Also on
guys,
the
hold the phone, buddy. All right. So now what we do know, and I don't want to sit here and speculate. I'm not going to say anyone's names because, listen, I'm tired of getting cease and desist letters all day long, guys. All right. I'm tired of them. But so here's the thing. There have been a couple of individuals, all right, that were really, really young. Okay. Like they were young and they went off to like Diddy camp or something like that, guys. All right. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure you guys could put those together potentially, but like, I don't know what to do with this information, bro. I'm gonna be honest. I have no idea what to do with this.
Flash drives, Courtney, was what looked to be a manuscript written by, it appears to be a woman who had taken Kim Porter's private journals and had written a book. Is that accurate?
We don't know.
I don't know
how, yeah.
I don't know how, who wrote it, put it together, but it was from her when I spoke to her.
This was leaked like forever ago, though.
What you
This
received
right
on
here.
the flash drives, was it the completed book or was it notes from Kim Porter that later were made into a book?
It was completed. It's only 60,
Okay.
it's only about 54 pages. It was
Sure, and in the beginning, it says, Kim made me promise that if something happened to her, I would make sure this book became public to the world. The way Sean moved, I knew that was a promise I would have to fulfill. Kim knew I was a woman of my word, and this book was going to make it to print. So it sounds like it is a woman who wrote up the notes from Kim Porter. Does that sound accurate?
It's how you read it, yes. I haven't even read the book.
Do you know who the woman is?
No.
And to be clear, he received it in its complete form. So I think just to make sure we have some clarity here, the manuscript that Mr. Burgess received was already in its complete form. It's
well
not
played.
that he edited it or changed anything.
Got it.
He did give it to someone
Makes
else
sense.
who then edited it, but that's not how he received it.
Okay. Listen, she's a great lawyer because I'm telling you, the things that were moderately concerning to me with how he is stating some of these things, she's definitely translating it very well. Okay.
Okay, so Ariel, did your client, Courtney, receive the book from the woman who seems to have written it, saying, I'm a woman of my word, and this book is going to make it to print?
I don't know if he received it from a man or a woman. He can answer that.
I received it from a man. I tell you, somebody she was dating.
So wait, see, you see what I'm saying here, guys? Someone that she was dating. So the guy obviously know who this person is. They didn't say the person's name. You can probably easily, get that information from the guy who gave you the book. There's so many questions that are just kind of lost, kind of in the dialogue here.
Do you know if the notes from the book really were from Kim Porter?
It was, yes, because I spoke to her probably like 6 hours before I received it.
You spoke to Kim Porter?
Yes.
So Kim Porter.
Just saying hi.
Okay.
Just saying hi.
Okay, Ariel, go ahead and give me clarity on the timeline.
No, I'm trying to get him to provide clarity of. Was there a conversation with her?
No, I was talking to the person, and he said, "Hold up, this is Courtney. Be right here. Let me say something to him." He said, "I know him. Put me on speaker." Then that's how we end up speaking.
And then later, somebody else came and brought you the manuscript.
Right. Before I left ATL.
To the best of your knowledge, Courtney, do you believe that the manuscript is truly based on Kim Porter's diaries? Because there is a lot of dialogue in there. It is pages and pages of actual dialogue, which, I can't remember breakfast today, let alone dialogue from 5, 10, 15, and 20 years ago.
I guess this is a woman's score. You understand? Maybe,
Scorn.
What she been through. It's, I'm not a woman, so I'm just going by how I got female friends and relatives. They always come to the house scoring because what went on in their relationship. And when you're scoring, you can't forget it.
Bro, what is this? What are you talking about? Okay, but all right.
Important to stop down here for a moment and note again that Sean Combs is accused. He has not been convicted of any crimes, and so far everything against him is an allegation until it is proven in a court of law and a jury either decides or he decides to sign a plea deal to any of these crimes. But at this point in the story, Sean Combs is not guilty of any crimes. He is currently under indictment. He is currently being held on bail. But if you're at all curious about how Courtney Burgess feels about Diddy today, I asked him about that too. And
does it matter how he feels about anything?
Your lawyer just said the story the tapes tell is the story of Diddy from the last several decades. And I know that you've known Diddy for a very long time. Can you describe what that story is based on what you now know to be true, the last several decades of Diddy's behavior and the reason he's now sitting in lockup?
I think I've been doing it for 35 years. I think we probably entered the music business at the same time. He entered with Uptown. I entered into Big Beat, Atlantic. At the time, I guess he was ambitious. He was then from ambitious went to doing anything, and then from doing anything to didn't care about nobody, who he could beat, and then he ended up turning into Lucifer. Today, I look at him. I know y'all call him Diddy or Puffy. I call him Lucifer.
Okay, well, I guess that's that one there. All right. Intriguing. Like, this was definitely a really good interview, guys. I know we have to basically say, allegedly, for the sake of being able to speak about these things while constantly getting like brand new witnesses coming forward and hearing more to the story, and this guy basically risking, what he said is not, let's say, libelous. Let's say it's not that. Why? Because he's a witness. He just testified. So he testified in court that this happened. So that means if it isn't a true, if none of this is true, if all this is fabricated, then this man here is going to jail for lying. But something tells me, right? I get it. Allegedly. Let me say it again, right? But this 8 celebrities. and 2 of them were the youngins. Guys, there are a couple of people who were really young when they were introduced to Diddy, like in the 90s and early 2000s. I don't know, some of them came off of YouTube. Okay. The problem is, guys, they don't really want to talk about it, right? Like they don't want, the 2 guys, the 2 men, right? Now they're men, and they don't want to talk about it. One of them went to an interview one time and you know, the guy, the radio host basically said he asked him, would you let your son go to a Diddy party? And the man was like, nah. Okay? No. So what is that telling me? I mean, I don't want to assume who the 2 people were, because again, they were definitely the youngins when they were with him, bro. I don't want to assume them, but. And the other one just does not want to talk at all publicly about him at all. Okay? At all. But all right. Listen, guys, this is a wild one. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. I'll catch you guys later.
Guys, before we go, are you guys subscribed to the other channels? Logical Movie Reviews with Mr. L. Boyd, along with Mr. L. Boyd Music. Both are found in the description. Check it out.